we head south to see if Leighton Fine can continue his unbeaten run at round 3 of the Toyo Tyres Drift Australia Series from Mallala Motorsport Park.
Welcome to round 3 of the Toyo Tyres Drift Australia Series. I'm Andrew Hawkins, and this time we're in South Australia. The big news from this round is Leighton Fine has gone 2 from 2 and is looking to make it a historic hat-trick here on his home turf. Now, one man that's been instrumental in the team's success is the owner, Bill Bromley. Mate, what a dream start to the season.
Absolutely, Andrew. A fantastic start for the year. Leighton's driving brilliantly. The car is going brilliantly strong. Mark's done a fantastic job. So we look forward to the remainder of the season being pretty good.
Now, Leighton's got a very good track history here at Mallala, but last year, a little bit of controversy when he was beaten by Robbie Bolger. Do you think that's going to play on his mind this time?
I don't think so. From the time he beat him, it was playing on his mind, I would think. Prior to that, he's done that now, and he'll move forward. The team will move forward from there.
Well, thanks, Bill, and good luck. But the question that remains to be answered, can Leighton Fine be beaten?
One driver certainly out this weekend to beat Leighton Fine is Danny, the godfather of Ahumas. Danny, welcome back to South Australia.
Thanks very much. Good to be back. Good to be back at Mallala.
Well, it must be pretty exciting for you. Behind us, a new car, the Mallala Silver team have come out pretty big for you this weekend.
Yeah, this car's great. This is Marky Mark's old car from Exhaust Technology, and Japanese performance setter bought it for us and given us the opportunity to drive it, and we've got this crazy body kit on it from Viva Garage. Yeah, I think we can do some good things with this machine.
Now, of course, Leighton Fine, he's been unbeaten this year. What is going to be your key to taking down Leighton Fine this weekend?
Well, I'm thinking of getting him and bashing him in the pits to start off with, and then we'll just push hard. And if I can't take him down, one of the other Mallala Civil boys is sure to do it.
Well, excellent. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
We've checked out all the action in the pits. It's time to hit the track. Let's see what happened in the top 32.
A red-hot Luke Fink smashed his opposition in qualifying and opened the first round of eliminations with a solo run. The top qualifiers were joined by Travis Dunstan and Kudar Ilhuli after Matt Mingay and Josh James's cars both failed in practice. Danny Vahumas headed off the tandem battles with a forgettable return to his home track, spinning in both runs and gifting Jack Monkhouse with a perfect call. The dramas continued for his Mallala Civil teammates. Although he won the second battle, Clint Brown's big straighten in the first run gave Eugene Aronson enough of an advantage to progress through. Adam Trewella put up a good fight against Robbie Bolger, forcing the reigning champion into a rerun. Trewella took an early advantage, but a poor run through the S's allowed Bolger to open up the V8 and pull away. A 7-3 in the second run was enough to put the nail in the coffin of the Mallala Civil team. Lyndon Reynolds came out firing for Team Wheelworks on their home track. The fearless leader of the Tarmac Army looked to have DeJager beat when he pulled away in the first run. But a spin in the second handed the Iceman a 10-0 score and a place in the next round. The remaining Team Wheelworks members, however, kept the flag flying. In a borrowed car, Jason Greenwood was no match for Paul Aussie Austin, and Adam May had a huge win over Fernando Whirl. The Drift Cat is a crowd favourite wherever she goes, and the vocal Mallala crowd were on their feet when she rolled out against Trent White. Cat took the advantage in the first and sealed the deal in the second to advance through. Rookie Luke Jacobs looked impressive in qualifying, ending up in 13th position. He faced an uphill battle though in the first round against the Afro Darren Appleton. The young Victorian actually won the second battle, but a big passing move by Afro in the first was too much to come back from. Although Jacobs wasn't able to crack the curse of the top 32, it was a local first-timer that had people talking. After making some noise on the local scene, Simon Podlewski was looking to make a big entrance to DA against Dan Mackey. The Pitbull laid it all out on the line and punished the 300 ZX to advance to the next round. The top 32 was rounded out by an epic double rerun between Tom Monkhouse and Nathan Weisel. Both had been having massive mechanical headaches earlier in the weekend, but somehow they managed to stay alive for 6 straight runs. In the end, it was Monkhouse's angle which gave him the advantage and a spot in the top 16. After all the DA stars had their chance to impress on the big stage, the attention was starting to swing the way of Luke Fink. The former world BMX champion kicked off this year with a bang, narrowly going down to Leighton Fine in the final of round 1 and going down to Bolger in the top 16 in Queensland. Boasting the most insane entries in the country, the kill or be killed attitude of the young Victorian has landed him at the top end of the ladder and amongst the favourites to be on the podium come season's end.
Yeah, just enough points for second in the championship at the moment. Well, unluckily for Christian, but lucky for me, he bowed out in the top 16 as well. Both of us are looking for a better run this time around. I'm definitely looking, I like this Adelaide track. I just had a little bit of bad luck here last year by a slower car. So, yeah, this year I'm hoping to do a lot better here. Honestly, I just want to stay in the top 3 is what I'm aiming for. But I'm not going to go out there and hold back. I want the win. I want the win in every round, and I always drive 110%. And sometimes it'll work for me, sometimes it won't. But that's why I'm always going to drive 110%. So, I could, potentially come out on top this year, and I could potentially end up last. But, it's going to bloody look good doing it.
After finishing on top after qualifying and coasting through the top 32, Fink now has his sights set on public enemy number 1.
I definitely think he could be beaten. His car is an absolute weapon. I think he's definitely one of the best drivers in the field for sure. Definitely at the moment, I think everybody in the field's just playing catch-up car-wise, or more so tyre-wise. He's running a pretty special set of tyres on the back of that thing that nobody else can seem to get hold of a set of those tyres. You can sit with him, but he's just got that grip out of the corners that you just can't compete with. So the driver sport has, to an extent, come down to, back down to the cars where we're all getting to a level where now it's coming back to the machinery. So, yeah, I think he can be taken down. There's no doubt about it. It's just, when and if and who.
Well, the top 32's been run and done, and the first person that's going to battle Leighton Fine in the top 16 is Darren Afro Appleton. Mate, last year you were the master, he was the apprentice. What's going to happen this time?
Yeah, well, I'd say he's a tradesman these days, I think my school's going quite well. Yeah, I mean, he's the second one, Yatesy graduated, and now he's a man.
So you feeling a little bit of fear, or are you feeling strong this round?
Well, I'm a little bit nervous because his car's been going very, very well all day. Mine's been going quite well, but with a driver of that calibre, someone that I've trained personally, he's going to be tough.
Well, good luck, Darren. Let's check out the action.
And so Luke Fink lines up against Jack Monkhouse, the first of the Toyo top 16 battles. He is on a mission, this man, Mr. Angle, known certainly for the most wicked angles in all of drift, Jeff Bollis.
He most definitely is. Wade up against today Jack Monkhouse. Jack, probably one of the most respected rally drivers in the country. The Drift Performance Products camera car, they're giving us a really good look at that as Jack gets right up close behind Luke Fink. Oh, Luke slowed down a little bit. How's this? Jack's having trouble keeping up with him because of the timing. And look at that!
Pressure was on, Jeff, and it came unstuck for Monkhouse in the Japanese motorsport entry. Look at this! Fink is just blazing here at Mallala.
Let's get a really good look here. Jack Monkhouse is trying to follow as closely as he can, but he's got so much angle on. He's had to wash off a lot of speed. That's cost him there. He's effectively spun the car, and he is in a lot of trouble for the second run. He'll be the leader, and here he comes into the first corner. Oh, is that a bit of contact?
Looked like a bit of ticky touch with there. You can tell the pressure is right on Monkhouse. He lost the battle, really, in that corner in the previous run. He washed off so much speed, and Fink How's the proximity here and the emulation? This is where it'll be big now. The entry is always impressive. Hey, good run from Monkhouse there, but Fink all over him.
Look at that. Fink is really keeping a lot of speed coming through these corners, and while he's got all that speed on, he's still carrying the most ridiculous amounts of angle I've ever seen. You've got to hand it to Luke Fink there. This is going to be a really strong win to him. Have a look. Following nice and closely there. On the transition, he is right up close, right up on Monkhouse's door, to the point where he even straightens up just a little bit.
Oh, good night, Jack. 14-6. Fink is on his way to the Toyo top 8.
There's close drifting, and then there's what you just did. I haven't seen anyone that close for a while.
Yeah, it's good fun, man. He's a really good driver as well, so I trust him, and we can just get right up on top of each other, and he's got a good car, and like Holford's as usual just put together a killer car. We had bad luck in Queensland, blew the engine. With this engine back together, and everything's just running so sick. So
how good is it to see Drift Cat, Catherine Calero, into the top 16 yet again in the Drift Performance Products 1 up against Mean Eugene Aronson. Good qualifying result for Drift Cat, 8th overall. She took care of Trent White. Very impressive so far.
She's really going well at the moment, but now she's up against Lean Mean Eugene. Now, Eugene's been really getting some good results of late, and this is going to be a heck of a battle. She's making sure that she's keeping a lot of space in between herself and Eugene. Eugene is having trouble trying to keep that proximity going. Let's see how they go. Look at this. Both guys going really well into the first corner, although Kat just seems to be showing her a clean pair of heels here, Wade. Look at that. Nice angle as well.
Very good angle from Drift Cat. This could be a win for her in the first battle. What a great run that was for both cars. Here's your famous car insurance replay here. She was a little straight coming in, but the angle was excellent here through the chicane. So, second battle now, and she's got some work to do. Eugene Aronson to lead in. Good angle, good entry. Those are some of the... Drift Cat lost a lot of time there.
Okay, that's a lot of trouble there for Drift Cat. That win that she probably got last time wouldn't have been a really big win. She needed to kick on with some good results in this second leg of the battle, and right now she's got the job in front of her. Look at this. Eugene now thinks the pressure's off and can actually just get out there and express himself, doing a really good job. He doesn't have the hassle of having his competitor riding right on his rear bumper. Look at that sensational angle coming around there. Lean Mean Eugene on fire, and there it is from the judges. Lean Mean Eugene goes through to the top 8.
Drift Cat took down your teammate, but you got revenge.
I sure did. I got to, mate. It's teamwork.
How you feeling? Are you feeling strong this weekend?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we had a brilliant day yesterday. The car was performing perfectly. We're just having a little bit of issue with the gearbox. It's not staying in 4th gear, so I'm having to hold it in and do the scanner, which is a little bit scary, but it's good.
All right, Eugene, I know you'll pull through, mate. Good luck in the top 8.
Thanks, mate.
On a perfect score so far as this man, Leighton Fine, 2 wins from 2 rounds. He comes up against the Fro, Darren Appleton, in the team peer entry. What can Leighton Fine do here back at home?
Wade, here's the thing. Leighton Fine has been winning absolutely everything. In fact, at the last round, he even won the raffle. What he has to do now, though, is forget about that and just get out there and compete. Look at this. He's got it all over Appleton there. The Drift Performance Products onboard is showing us. Have a look at that. He really had a lot better angle.
Look at the entry then from Leighton. These guys were teammates in 2007 in Team Peer. He was headhunted by the CTS team. He's got the Toyo backing on board. This boy is just too good. He puts the Fro away, I would think. Great angles here.
Outstanding. If you have a look nice and closely, look at that. There it is. Leighton Fine has really got the angle.
What's going on here?
Oh, no.
The car has failed, and look at the heartbreak in his eyes. Fine is gutted. Appleton goes on his own to finish off the battle.
Leighton, mate, big disappointment, but technically you weren't beaten. What's happened? What's happened? What's gone wrong with the car?
Just a drive. I think a drive shaft's broken. I just got no drive, unfortunately. But.
Mate, this is not very often this happens. The CTS car's been so reliable all the time. You must be incredibly disappointed.
Yeah, look, it's the first time it's ever had a mechanical failure while I've been in it. It's motorsport. What can you do?
These things happen, Leighton. I'm sure you'll bounce back and be one to watch in the next round, mate. Sorry to hear, but we'll see you again soon.
Cheers, mate.
Well, the battle between the master and the apprentice didn't get to have that score finished off properly. He broke the car. How you feel about that?
I feel terrible. I hate, it's awful winning like that, but I don't even class it as a win. But, we're through to the next round, which is great for everyone on board with us. But I feel really bad for Leighton, and I love driving with him anyway, so it's a shame not to get the opportunity.
Well, drama here at Mallala, that is for sure. This is a rerun of Kuda Ilhuli and Trav Dunstan, or the X-Wing fighter there. This is a bit of a look back at what happened earlier. Everyone was spinning out.
Well, first of all, Trav spun, and then we've just seen there what happened on the second run of the first time around. Ilhuli spun and Trav collected him. So the judges have called that even, and now we've got the rerun going on. Trav Dunstan should get points for the helmet, though.
It is a cool-looking jigger, isn't it? Here we go. Dunstan to lead away. Good entry, good angle from both cars. This is the criteria that judges use for this. They use proximity, they use speed, angle, all those things, don't they?
Exactly right, and it's a combination of all of those. Obviously, the faster the car is travelling, the harder it is to hold good angle, but in this case, both of these guys showing excellent speed and excellent angle at the same time. Have a look at this, the Zumba entry of Trav Dunstan doing a really good job here. Kuda Ilhuli, though, no slouch. He's just been a little bit off the pace in this run. You'd have to think Trav has the advantage going into the second run.
Gee, it's going to be tough to be a judge sometimes. Look at that. You really couldn't split the two. That was outstanding entry just then from Dunstan. It was a big Scandinavian flick in rally terms in drift. That is a classic textbook entry.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the back was almost overtaking the front as he entered that corner. It was sensational.
Oh, well, Ilhuli, he has to get the job done here, you would think, but he's left Dunstan back a bit there. This is a good run from Kuda.
Big mistake there from Trav Dunstan. Just gripped the car up a little bit, and that's going to cost him. Ran very wide there too. Not going to get good points for line. The judges are going to take that into account. How about the entry? Kuda Ilhuli, and look at that entry once again. Trav Dunstan back overtaking the front. The reverse entry, as we're calling it. Unbelievable. I think you'll find, though, Kuda Ilhuli might just get up, and by the narrowest of margins, it's Kuda Ilhuli goes through to the Toyo top 8.
Kuda, mate, have you seen the movie Fight Club before? Because I tell you what, you guys just went blow for blow out there.
We did, man, we did. It was unbelievable. He's a good driver. I don't know how I spun on that corner. Just the pressure, the heat,
It was a good S13 battle, though. You psyched now for top 8?
Mate, I'm psyched.
Good to see you back, mate. Good luck. We'll see you there.
Thanks, mate.
Stay with us after the break. More action from the top 16 at Mallala Motorsport Park.
The value tonight is in the sum of its parts.
The colour of the strip of hair has faded. These brilliant colours send a real message through time.
And at 8:30,
people have been making a living stealing and selling bodies for 300 years. A single body can end up in over a dozen different parts.
All you need is a freezer, a few saws, and an account with a shipping company.
Tonight's documentary is on SBS.
One of these travellers might be doing something illegal. These guys? No, but everyone should respect local customs. The couple kissing? No, but in some countries it's not advisable. The busker? His only crime is bad singing. No, this is the person at risk, because photographing government buildings is illegal in many countries. Log on to Smart Traveller for stuff your mates don't know, but we do. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Bring out your natural fizz with a daily Barocca Performance. Its sugar-free formula is clinically proven to help improve concentration and reduce tiredness. Take Barocca Performance every day and help bring out your natural fizz.
I knew she was the one. The heart's going a million miles an hour, the mouth's dry. It's love, mate. Pure and simple. In '71, this was the fastest four-door car in the world. Back then, you could pick one up for a bit over $4,000. Insurance? It's got to be Shannon's.
No one knows your passion like Shannon's. That's why we offer choice of repairer plus pay by the month premiums at no extra cost. So call Shannon's on 13 46 46. Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
A Dyson vacuum cleaner doesn't lose suction. Unique cyclone technology with separate stages. Dyson DC23 captures more microscopic dust than any other cyclonic vacuum cleaner.
No deposit, no interest, no repayments till 2010 in Harvey Norman's massive half-yearly clearance. Buy now and save. The latest in electrical, computers, technology, furniture, bedding and bed linen. We're slashing prices to clear the lot. Huge reductions on overstocks and run-out lines. Buy now on no deposit, no interest, no repayments for 19 months. What a deal. Huge savings and no deposit, interest-free until 2010. Scoop yourself a bargain and save in Harvey Norman's massive half-yearly clearance on now.
Go, Harvey Norman, go!
Welcome back to round 3 of the Toyo Tyres Drift Australia Series at Mallala Motorsport Park. Let's head to the top 16.
Well, Chris De Jager with it all to do up against Bo the Show Yates, one of the big names in Australian drifting, that is for sure. Had a Barry Crocker at Symonds Plains in Tasmania, the TRD-backed sprinter. What can he do today? A much better qualifying result, Jeff.
Wade, he's qualified second. He's up against Chris De Jager, a very consistent performer in the Turtle Wax Ice entry. But look at that, showing him a clean pair of heels right out in front there. De Jager doing his best to hang on. But you've got to remember, this is a track where Bo Yates has had a real lot of success in the past.
Oh, that is such a good corner. Everybody gets to back it in. De Jager's on the ropes here, a massive straighten just then. I would say maximum points here to Bo the Show. It's going to be tough for the Iceman come the second battle.
Wade, you'd have to say that's a really good win to Bo Yates straight up. Have a look. He's straightened right up there and he's just having trouble trying to keep up with the pace of the TRD car. It's just so quick.
Well, that's always been one of the strong points of Bo, has been his speed. He works his way in behind De Jager now. De Jager's going to come up with something absolutely lethal here in the Turtle Wax Ice car, but Bo is not going to let him get away. The proximity is fantastic.
De Jager did well up against Lyndon Reynolds in the top 32, but he is not having it all his own way here up against Bo the Show Yates, an ex-champion. And look at that. Both cars go wide, but I think Bo Yates was just trying to take a little bit more evasive action. De Jager was very wide there. Have a look at this. He's gone for the massive entry. Have a look at that. He's tried a little bit too hard, and I think Bo Yates was just trying to avoid any kind of collision there on the famous car insurance replay. Judges agree with me. That's a massive win to Bo Yates, and he's through to the Toyo top 8.
Looks like you got your revenge for Tasmania.
I was going to say that. We didn't want a repeat episode of Tasmania in which I spun in front of the De Jager in my lead lap, so I got a clean lead lap, and I don't know what happened. He actually had a moment on the end of the straight, and I was just had to avoid him and go around the outside, so hopefully it doesn't look too sloppy on TV, but no, I'm pretty happy through to the top 8.
This will be an interesting battle. Paul Aussie Austin from South Australia. In fact, a pair of Crow Eaters out there. But this guy, Simon Podluski, he is an impressive cat. He's been very impressive in the domestic scene. Only been driving for 8 months, but they tell me he's got the potential.
Wade, he's made a really big impression on the drift scene in South Australia and indeed all across the nation. But look at that, not showing enough angle really. Paul Aussie Austin there, a very experienced campaigner, and looks to be doing a really good job at the moment.
Bit of a straighten for Podluski coming into that corner. Very good entry again from Aussie in the Wheelworks entry. Podluski's carrying a lot of speed, but he's not getting the angle just then. A lot better for him, but I think this battle in particular may go the way of Aussie.
Wade, it's always, look at that entry. Outstanding entry. Look, very even, you'd have to say, for that first battle. Let's see what happens second time around.
Pitbull Podluski leads them into the first turn. He is the lead car. And very good angle coming out. This is a really critical part of the circuit right here. Again, a bit of a straighten. Aussie not with the proximity, but certainly with the angle.
You've got to remember, Wade, Aussie's a fairly experienced campaigner, but the Pitbull, this is his first time on the big stage. I'm betting there's a bit of nerves out there.
Currently 15th in points is Paul Aussie Austin, and he's gone. He turned it in a little too aggressively. Podluski may come out of this unscathed, and there's the win, 15-5. Well, Aussie coughed it up.
Simon, it's your first DA round and you're through to the top 8. You must be psyched.
Didn't want to qualify last. Qualified 10th and...
Mate, I can see that excitement. The smile says it all.
I had more nerves at our G1 than I did for this. I'm just loving it. I drag race. This is killer.
Well, this is massive for Adam May. A free kick into the top 8 due to the fact that Corporal Christian Pickering, whom he was supposed to face in this battle, has withdrawn with car issues. So May advances to the top 8. Turbo Tom, he's not so lucky. He's going to face this man, the Mad Irishman, Robbie Bolger.
No Christmas presents for Turbo Tom. Now, this is a brand new car. He didn't compete up in Queensland. Let's see how he goes on his home track.
One of 3 monkhouses in the drift scene. Of course, Dad Bill overseeing the Japanese motorsports team. Bolger is all over him in the VIP pet foods car and off the circuit a bit too. Robbie, not exactly smooth through there.
Bolger was trying to stay up nice and close, but at the last minute, he got up a little bit too close. Got a bit closer than he thought he would. A very rough transition, and he had to run wide. Turbo Tom, though, doing an outstanding job, really serving it up to the big VIP Pet Foods Monaro. And have a look at that on the famous car insurance replay. You can see Bolger up nice and close, nowhere to go, has to put a tyre onto the dirt. Judges won't like it.
I would think it's all monkhouse at the moment, and Robbie Bolger has been around long enough to know a massive straight and coming in. It was all locked up, but he couldn't get the tail out. Monkhouse has the upper hand here. If he can stay close and do a bit of emulation here with some good angle, I reckon he's going to put Bolger away.
The judges will be thinking there's a slight advantage to Monkhouse at the moment. Bolger there with a fantastic entry, although Monkhouse
in there as well.
Yes, look at this very scrappy battle now in the second half. Both the drivers there making a few little errors along the way, and Bolger just really smoking up those bags on the way out. Let's have a good look here. Turbo Tom not showing anywhere near enough angle there by comparison with Robbie Bolger.
Straight in there as well. Oh, it's 11.9. He still got there. Monkhouse puts Bolger away. What an upset at Mallala.
Tom Monkhouse, mate, of all the people to prove that your car works against, you picked one of the hardest, Robbie Bolger. You've done it.
Yeah, I don't know, I might have been a bit lucky, but obviously I couldn't see behind me. But, you know, Robbie's cleaned me up 2 times in a row now and had to get my revenge, and I owed it to my dad, so, you know, we're stoked.
As usual, plenty of drama and upsets as we go to the top 8. Fink and Aronson will square off. May and Monkhouse, Podluski and Yates, Appleton and Ilhuli. Fink looking very good. Leighton Fine devastated.
A lot of drift fans out there have a modified car of their own, but one problem with owning a modified car has often been getting insurance. But there is one company that's keen to help, Famous Car Insurance. Nick, tell us, highly modified car, young drivers, or a bad driving history, how can you guys help?
Famous will give any driver with any different type of modified car a quote. Doesn't matter what type of car, if it's a grey import, locally delivered, all modifications, bad driving history. Give us a try, www.famousinsurance.com.au. We've even got pay by the month to make it easier for younger guys with not a lot of cash but more money to spend on their cars.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your help, Nick. Now, another hot tip for modified car fans out there, Auto Salon is hitting the Hordern Pavilion in Sydney on the 21st and 22nd of June. For more information, autosalon.org. See you there.
We've just come out of the top 16 and already